Hey everyone, this is the Kubeflow community call for the 17th of March 2026. As usual, we're a CNCF project. There is a code of conduct. Be nice to each other. As always, because the meetings can be a bit hard to find, I like to go through how to actually find them. So if you go to the kubeflow.org website and click community and scroll down a bit, top right, and you scroll down a bit, you'll find a list of all of our meetings under the community calendar. You click this little blue link here, you click it, you'll see all of our meetings. And there's meetings for each different project. You can see the list here. And then what you do is not every meeting appears every week. So make sure that you find the week that has the meeting you want. Say you click on it, and then you click register, and then you put your email in. And then what will happen is it will send you an invite to the calendar, just like if you were being invited to a meeting. And it will be updated and changed if it gets canceled or change time and things like that, which is very useful. If you want to add all of them, you could add the iCal to your Google or something like that. But this is pretty easy. If you've want to watch previous recordings, there's a YouTube playlist for each one. Sometimes they get a bit out of date, but I think they're mostly up to date right now. There is also a Slack server. So if you go to the top, you can also join the CNCF Slack. You won't be added to any of these channels by default. Make sure that you join the channels that you want to join. There's one called announcements. Probably everyone should join that. And then for any component that you really care about, both developers and users talk in these channels. And it's helpful to have people there. I don't know if there's any updates on Kubeflow 1.11 release. I think Tarek was just saying something.
Yeah, the video has been published now in YouTube, so it's available. That's was part of the previous release. Yes.
Cool.
Valentina, maybe if you like.
Yay! That's great.
Just for everyone to be not confused, this was last year. It's just that we took a while to get the video out.
Yeah, we did. Yes. Something I don't know, Tarek, you have the opportunity to discuss it during the release meetings about, in the next future releases, like how this will be handled. Because I know all the working groups were super busy and couldn't record the video. Not all working groups, but I know a lot of them were crazy busy.
Yeah, I think we will discuss that in the next release meeting. There's no decision on that yet, but yeah, we will discuss it in the next release meeting.
Anyone else want to say anything about this? Yep. No. Okay. If not, we'll move on to the 2603.
Yes. Yeah. So I think we still there are some components that we need to do the sync for. So the dashboard and the notebooks, the trainer 2.2. There is an RC0 for trainer 2.2. So we prepared that, or Julius actually prepared that in the manifest repo. So we would like to have as much latest versions as possible in the next release, and then try to finalize either an RC2 or we go with the final release.
Yeah. We'll definitely need at least one RC2 for a day or two.
Yeah, exactly. So what I checked with Julius in the morning, and the idea is that we try to have an RC2, and then we will try to do the actual release maybe during weekend or early Monday. The idea is that for the folks joining KubeCon, then we are aiming for announcing, or they can announce the 2603, which will contain, But
I just want to check the SDK version. Andre, did this get released? Okay, someone says no. Just checking, because I wanted to include that in the final images for the notebooks as well.
Yeah, I think that we need to sync, because the for the notebooks and the dashboards, like when the manifest would be ready, so that
so the dashboard, we finalized everything we needed yesterday. We just haven't cut the final release yet. We were doing some testing. But we do need to note to users, like, this is a breaking change for the dashboard. They will need to delete manifests for the dashboard previously. I can create a command that will show people a filtered version of the like, effectively what we should probably have is a command which shows an example of deleting the old manifests for the dashboard. But you need to be a little bit careful about how you do it, because you can't delete the profile CID. If you do that, it might delete every namespace.
Yeah.
Because it's not an in-place upgrade. That's the most important thing to realize. That's why we did a v2 in this case. But it should be better going forward.
Yeah, but okay, well that we can like have it as part of the slides. We have put like placeholder for the slides, so you can update that.
Well, I think it just needs to be in the repo, is what I'm trying to say.
And the repo as well, yes.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, because like we tried to avoid crazy changes, but like there is breaking changes because both the structure of the manifest has changed to something more usable, but also many names and things have changed. So it's not that bad. It's just you are going to want to do a delete and replace. That's all.
Okay.
For this particular piece, which includes profile controller and others.
Okay.
And for notebooks v1, yeah. So that one's just a cut. That one just needs to be a cut. That one has no significant changes other than bug fixes and security patches. So.
Okay. And for the 2.0?
Yep, so that's pretty much ready as well. I need to just follow up with one PR that I was chasing and see if that got merged. And if it did, I'll cut the 0 alpha.
Okay.
Which,
and then that like...
So that one, so this one's more debatable as to how we sync this one in, right? This is one where we need to, like, I don't want people using it in production. So making it too easy to use in production, I think it's good to have it in the repo, just so that we can start bringing it in with syncs, But we should, I'm not sure how to make it clear that you should not use it in production,
But if, what do you think about that? Since this, like, we were really short in time, that maybe we don't have to have it in the manifest for the 2603, and then we can like have it like afterwards.
Yeah, I mean,
if
it's fine either way. I mean, if I would love to try and get it into the main branch of the manifest at least, but yeah, I mean, I'm fine either way. But I think I mean, syncing these two in will be a bit painful because they're also going to require restructuring. But syncing this in is pretty much the same thing as this one, just with a different path. So like, anyway, we'll figure that one out. I'll raise all 3 pull requests onto the manifest repo. But I'll raise these 2 first because these are the ones that block the release.
Yep.
But yeah, it'll be disabled by default, notebooks 2.0 alpha. But
okay. And for the SDK, or because you probably need to include it also in the notebooks images.
So that one, I guess, when is that going to come out? That's what I need to know for that one, because we can cut that. We can cut the new base images just before the release, but because what I'll do is I'll cut an RC something on the notebooks, and then we can sync that in, and then I'll change the image version once. I'll use that RC2 or whatever, or final release to test the images.
Yeah, we check if we have someone from the developer experience working group. Have Andre maybe? Yeah.
Was this below 2.2 for trainer? Has that been updated already, or did you say that was?
There is an RCC 0 for it, and there is like a pull request that's placeholder in the manifests.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that's another thing as well. If we do RCs, like I'll do RCs for the dashboard definitely in case something's really broken, but so it means we'll have to sync twice. Once for the. It will, it's easy to do. Let's assume we don't need to make any changes, but like, I'll cut 2.0.0 RC 0 tonight, right now, not tonight, after this call. And then I'll cut this one as well. This one will take a lot longer to cut because there's so many images to build. But this one should build in like about 20 minutes. Okay. We can then, I'll finish my pull request into the manifest to bring it in. But anyway, cool.
Yep.
I'll work with Elias on that. Anyway, any other things about this? So what are our next steps if we if we hit this date, like today or tomorrow, for these pull requests in Karanasi?
Yeah, I mean, the RC would be maybe on Thursday, and the actual release we can do it either like early Monday or maybe a Sunday. I'll check with Julius because we would need to check like if there are any extra like work that we need to do in the manifest repo. So, but that would be the target, is like to have at least the RC2 maybe by tomorrow or latest Thursday.
Definitely, given there's structural changes to the dashboard, I think it's really important. Yeah. I'm sorry for the delay there. It was just, there was so much going on. It was crazy. I wish I feel like next time, once we have a full development cycle, since we know that the next release is going to be the 11, like, November or October or something.
October, yeah.
Yeah, like that, it'll be a lot easier, I think, because we just had such a compressed timeline.
Yes.
It was a bit rushed. But we're going to jump to the new cycle at some point, so at least we're doing it now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that will also maybe discuss in the next release, because then we, after finalizing that, we need to pick the next release manager, and I would recommend to start as soon as possible for the next release. Yes, and then we have a placeholder for the slides, and also product manager Danisha is working on preparing the blog post, so we'll be working on that. For the video, we'll also take a decision maybe in the next release meeting about what should we do. Should be the release manager taking care of the video, or should we maybe not have a video and then the slides can be discussed in the community call presented by the release team? That can be also sufficient, but we will take a decision, and we'll. So if you would like to, if anyone would like to participate and help shaping that, then in the release meeting on Monday.
Okay, so
I
next
will
steps.
be at KubeCon, but one thing also, it could be the product owner as well. I don't know, just an idea.
But anyway, so what are we doing next steps for the current release though? So we're gonna after.
Yeah, I mean, so the distribution testing, it's not much of a distribution testing. We proceeded with the testing, the end-to-end testing that we have in the manifest repo. I think that would be the fastest, because it's really squeezed released this time. So not everything would be like in according to that, because we're supposed to do like the RC2 maybe this week. So the dates here are like referring to the week, not the actual date. So that's why it's a little bit confusing. But yeah.
Yep. Well,
I think Monday. Yeah, I think the last Monday is like 23rd. That's not the 20th.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll get something out, and hopefully it'll be good. If not, we need to do a patch release. So,
Yes.
Yep. As always. Okay. So the next release team meeting is not going to be happening, I guess, because it's during KubeCon, right? Or is it the week after?
Yeah, I mean, we can host it, but not sure if many people will be attending though. So
cool. Okay. Anything else people want to add about this? Okay. Cool. Let's move on. I think did we remove this? I don't know why this is on the actual agenda, but I think we did, right? If I'll just move. I would just say this is about removing just an SDK survey from the top of the website. I guess I can check if it's there. Apparently it's still there. Okay. Someone needs to review that, probably me. Okay. False issues, we'll skip over that because we already talked about that a lot. Unless there's anyone got any comments about this. If not, then I think nothing's happened recently. AI usage policy. Okay, did we raise the new PR for this? We've been talking about this a lot lately. There was an update I think we asked for. I think maybe this person was too busy. Okay. So who was the person who was going to raise this? Because I mean, either someone else could raise the actual bullet points as a PR if we want to get this in quickly, Andre, so we can approve it on Friday. Does anyone know who's this person's name again? Saeed. He's not here today. So if someone could chase him up, that'd be great. If not, then I think we should raise a PR with those 5 bullet points, which were the ones that were from his original post, but just in a different format. Then we can have a policy and vote on it with the steering committee. Any other comments about this stuff? If not, then we'll just move on to GSOC.
Matthew, there is also one thing in the
Okay.
It's the Linux Foundation mentorship program, or the mentorship project for Kubeflow headlamp plugin.
Okay. What is this? This is a bit separate to that, but anyone have any comments about the AI policy before we quickly move on to this? If not, then okay. What's this about?
Yeah, so there's a project in the Linux Foundation mentorship for 2026. This is about creating a headlamp plugin for Kubeflow. So it's headlamp is a CNCF project that basically have like a dashboard or like a UI on top of Kubernetes. So it has plugins for several projects. We don't have one for Kubeflow, so there was in the one of the previous community calls. Some maintainers of the headlamp project proposed that, and then some students applied, and I think Alok is in the call today. Is participating in that program, and he can present like the design of the plugin, what it would look like in headlamp, and if we have some feedback and like comments from the community. I think
can we do that after talking about KubeCon? But can we just quickly jump to KubeCon? Yeah. So let's Valentina, do you have any updates on KubeCon, because it's next week?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I added some content. So a couple of things. For the kiosk, so the CNCF sent yesterday information about the project pavilion, the location, how to access. So I don't think we have anyone on the call who will be supporting the kiosk. But I messaged them on the Slack. So if you are planning on attending and supporting and representing the Kubeflow community at the project pavilion, there is a Word document link with all the information about time you need to, be there, the location, and all the different details. We also be something that they mentioned is there will be a sticker wall for the CNCF projects, and they will give us some stickers as well. Since that's what they said. So that's great news. The other thing that is an opportunity to submit a demo. So I think I added the first line. Want a stage time to showcase your project, add the demo details to the GitHub discussion so folks can upvote which demos they would like to see on the project pavilion stage. So this was sent yesterday night. So great opportunity we have today's meeting. So if people will be there, KubeCon Europe, and you have a demo that is showcase how Kubeflow. I don't know. It could be an integration, or it could be just showcasing one of the Kubeflow components. You can submit the discussion. Just let us know so we can keep an eye on it. And the other thing, we are still looking for project maintainers or end users that can, or just project contributors, of course, like anyone who can support us at the booth. So if you are planning on attending KubeCon and you haven't signed, there is add yourself to schedule in yellow that you can add there. We also have a drive for the demos. I haven't seen any demo yet published, so please submit your demo by the end of this week. And then what else? So yeah, that is yeah, that's a lot of opportunities. So if you have any questions, just reach out. I'm on the Slack. Next. And that is, yeah, next week. So we are all traveling during the weekend, probably. And yeah, and if you're there and just want to catch up, drink a coffee, have a coffee lunch with us, let us know. We will be having a lunch on Tuesday with the speakers that we are presenting on the maintainer session. So you can join us. It'll be a lot of fun. So just, yeah, connect with us on the Outreach Slack. I think I added the link, Matthew, to the Outreach Slack somewhere.
Maybe
on the meeting notes. I don't know. It's there in the meeting. Yeah. Yeah. But what else? It's not a will review.
So people
then,
are going, where should they join? Should they join like a Slack channel? Is there a Slack channel?
Yeah, it's in the Outreach. I can add it there.
So Kubeflow-outreach, is that the one?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So join the CNCF Slack.
Yes. And then the other thing, the maintainer session, so the last slide that we always present is how to get involved. So I just posted there. So before we have the survey to the SDK, the Kubeflow SDK. So right now we have this. Please let us know. I don't know, is there anything else we want to promote? So right now we have, can you scroll up a little bit, Matthew? Down, I mean, yeah, so we can see the screenshot. Yeah. So right now we have the future events and community. We also have links about the YouTube and LinkedIn, so people can start like connecting and learning with us. If there is anything else that maybe you're working that you think we could include it, this is our maintainer track, so it has high visibility. So needs to be something that is very impactful, of course. But if there is something, hey, we were working on this thing. I don't know, something that we can include here. Please let us know as soon as possible.
Isn't this like a slide deck though? How would they click a link?
Yeah, no, this will be on the slide, deck, and they will have the QR codes, and then the links are like, yeah, the names. The slides are shared also after the session. Like the speakers will be able to access the slides.
I just think there might be a lot of things on this, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, like it's more like, what do you, if you want someone to actually do something, it might need to be a very minimal list.
All right, yeah, that's a good feedback.
It's also unclear. Future events, I mean, is that the most important thing? I think maybe like joining the meetings, maybe, or working groups, or like.
That's the community one. Yeah, the community. But also in the events, like we have the virtual events coming, and we want to increase the audience. So it's a good opportunity.
Then maybe you could call that out. So like call that out explicitly rather than putting it as a QR code. Maybe like call it out explicitly.
Okay.
Because people can search it up,
Yeah. Thanks for the feedback.
Because I don't think they're going to scan it. In my experience, getting people to actually scan it is quite hard. You know what I mean? That's kind of a thing. And even if they do, it's like unclear why I would want to do it.
Yeah, well, I will be speaking through it as well. But yeah, that's good feedback. And then the
virtual event,
yeah. And then the virtual event, I don't know, Tarek left, or is he?
I think he just said there was no updates yet. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, we commented on this on the last meeting. No. So yeah, with that's all I have. For those who are planning on traveling, safe fly. We'll see you there. And yeah, and I don't know if Akash is here. Yeah, Akash, is there anything else you want to talk about KubeCon India?
Yeah, I think, the update is same. So I think last week also I informed our talk is waitlisted. Booth is again, that announcement will be coming later down the April or March end. So that's the update from KubeCon India. Then yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. Anything else happening there that we need to talk about for KubeCon India?
We do have few co-located events, but I think Kubeflow is not participating, so I think we are fine with that.
Okay, cool. Also, this, I'm just going to move this for a second. So the GSOC stuff as well, Ramesh, do you want to quickly talk about that? Let me just move this. There it is. Sorry for if you're available to talk for Mesh. Sorry. I know a lot of people come to these meetings for this. So. Okay. If not, then it's happening. Projects are on the website. I think the applications open today or yesterday. So have we started seeing has anyone who's an admin started seeing any proposals yet come through? We'll follow back up with Ramesh. I think he's currently away from keyboard. Okay, so someone wanted to talk about this headlamp thing. Alok?
Yes. I am supposed to make the headlamp Kubeflow plugin. So the plan is ready in that docs. It is in draft. We are up for feedback and changes for the plugin. So currently I have listed all the details which is been shown means component wise in the plugin, which will help the CREs and operators to uh, for debugging purpose and other purposes. So I want feedback from the users which are using like what their problems they are facing when debugging or something they want in the plugin to be. So I have that users issues tab in the doc. So there I want to, any of the users which they want to have some other details to be added in the plugin. So to list it, to just add it so we can make the plugin more useful for the people who are at from whom for who actually we made it for. uh, and also we are up for the feedback, like you can go through all the details of it, and we have listed all the CRDs by the way for different components, and based on the CRDs we have listed the details view of the different sections, uh, like for like for experiment like tips like algorithms, and for pipelines a detail about the pipelines for the CREs and operators to see. So if anyone has any user which are using Kubeflow, I mean, say, and having issues and what they want for to be listed out in the plugin, so they can list it in that section or just let me know in the Slack so I can make it more useful for them.
Okay, cool. So is this your project?
Yeah, it is for LFX project.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess if you have any questions, reach out to the working groups.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. I'm interested to see what it turns into. Akash?
Yeah, look, I think there are a few discussions happened last week. I think Andrew and other people for trainer. I'll share you details for that. Maybe we can stick up later regarding few feedback that we had last week.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the effort, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for let me present this in the meeting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Tell us once it's done, yeah, and show us what you got. Okay, awesome. I don't think this person is here today, but I think last time they highlighted that there was some kind of Georgia Tech summer internship thing. I don't think anyone applied for anything, or maybe someone did. If not, then I'm just going to drop this off the thing. I think next year, if we wanted to use these interns, we would have to do it a bit earlier. It's similar to GSOC. I'm just going to drop it off for now, though. Okay. I know that there was some discussions about this MCP server. I don't know if this has anyone got any updates here about this? Oh, maybe not the specific one, but okay. I don't think Andre's here to talk about this, but okay, there was a proposal. I think we agreed to make a repo if we could agree on who's going to own it, and then they could start approving and making their own proposals. But I don't know what. Akash?
Yeah, I think Matthew, like I think Abhijit has updated the cap for the ownership and everything. So it's like pending for KC members to approve and create the repo. And the
Because this
reason,
is
yeah, sorry.
No, you go. Sorry.
Yeah, the reason we are asking now, I get the concern regarding ownership and who's going to maintain it. So for that, we added a separate section. Like currently, SDK team will be owning it along with Abhijit. And since GSOC proposal period has started, it would be very helpful for the community and everyone, even contributor, if we have the repo as soon as possible. It's like number, I think 12
Yeah.
on the designers, not
Yeah,
on the,
'cause
on the yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's probably as long as we agree that it's like, I mean, I'm not sure what the current status was, but because I think this is kind of what I wanted to avoid, like everyone having debates around why. This is why I made a comment. I was thinking, oh, it seems like maybe we should split the proposal of creating it to actually how it's created, you know. Uh, but I guess it doesn't matter if the owners are the people who are reviewing the PR anyway. But it's,
Yeah.
I guess
So I
if we
mean,
make it clear that it's not that this part at the top is not binding, then I guess you guys can choose to build it however you like. Because that's the part I don't want to have people confused about, right? Which is if you guys who are maintainers wanted to change the design, you're free to do so. It's about the thing I care about is who owns it.
yeah, I think you're correct. But since a lot of discussion happened out there, again, whatever repo will be creating, that will be the starting point. So that's why I think Andy also asked to update the current cap itself for the ownership.
Yeah, so other question here is, did this have a, was there a, is this a pre-implemented thing? I know there's lots of design here, but there was a
Mhm.
repo that someone had already built as a reference design. How is that going to work? Are you guys going to bring that code in, or are you going to?
The idea is again, we do have a repo, like Abhijit already has a code, but ideally what we're thinking, since this is a GSOC project and we have divided into phase wise, so we'll create a issue, we'll have the templates, not the entire code base there. Then only we'll
I don't think
start.
this is a GSOC project, right? This is a,
No, this is just GSOC project.
I don't
Uh,
think it should be approved if it's a GSOC project, right? Because it's very unlikely that a GSOC project would succeed in creating a new full project.
no,
I,
Matthew, like
I'm
the idea is GSOC project. So we already the basic parts we have implemented, like from it is approved by uh, the team. The enhancement will be part of GSOC, if I'm correct.
sure. That's what I was more meaning is like, I would be worried about just giving a GSOC student the goal of making an MCP server from
No,
scratch.
no, 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 it's not that way. I get it, but we already have a bare bone working model ready. So the issue is we cannot ask other contributors to directly start making proposal because we already have a good model ready. So that's why we requested for the separate repo. So these code are already existing. Whatever what do you say enhancement other contributor has, they will start on top of that. And I think second, one more thing which I realized from other project, even doc agent, like for now at least we are not giving any contributor direct access to raise PR. Only if issues are signed, only they can, if they have to discuss, only they can raise a PR because
That's,
there
I
are a
think
lot.
honestly, that's a really good idea. Are you going to have a
Yeah.
bot that closes it, or
We're thinking to, I think GitHub allows like to disable external contributor for now. Like that is the easiest one we can set up now.
do they have to be added explicitly to the repo then?
Yeah, I mean
Does that
that
work? I mean, we should
yeah, I
just
think
check if that works.
yeah, I think a few of the I was reading few of the emails from other teams. That's one thing we can start. We don't want like the moment we create a repo, there are like tens of PR pending just to
Yeah, yeah.
raise. That's like waste of not waste.
But
It's
this
like
is
more
pretty
of
much what we were talking about before with the AI policy. But I think I don't know if so. The problem with GitHub is sorry with Kubeflow is that the way we do our permissions is using prow, and right now, if you like, we don't do the collaborator thing on GitHub, right? Like that's you're not people who have write access technically are collaborators according to the GitHub. Actually, I'm not even sure they are, but they maybe are. Um, uh, because yeah, the issue, and this is a big thing I was talking about earlier, is that the distinction between pull requests being fully open and not. And I don't also think assigning is sufficient because anyone can assign themselves to a PR using the assign command.
yeah, that's correct. Maybe we have to figure out a way.
This is the problem for all open source projects right now. I think
Yeah,
this
right.
this
That's
is a
true.
question for you, right? Like what so I don't know, right? this,
Yeah, I mean, one of the thing I think which work for other repos which I have, like at least where I'm owner, that I'm disabling the collaborated acts, like as simple as that. Nobody else can raise a PI for that because I've seen that it's like really time consuming and like a lot of that it adds. Like the moment you create a repo, the moment you create a issue, there are like 10 PR pending, and then it's, I'm sorry to say, but most of them are AI stops.
And especially in this case. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to do that easily with Kubeflow. What I think you should do is have a file in the root of the repo called approved PR people or something, and then just have a bot which says, is PR raised by this person? If not, close. And then say to them, here's an issue where you can apply to become a PR person. Right.
Right. I think that is something we'll look
That's probably the
for.
simplest way you could do it without breaking the permission model of Kubeflow, I think.
Yeah. Right.
And I think this is something we maybe should look into for other projects which have particularly high spam.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the list should be stored, but I think it's going to have to be in a GitHub file, I guess, maybe. Like, say there was a file at the root called, like, similar to owners, but, approved PR.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Like some PR enabled or something. And then there's just the GitHub action which says, is pull request. And maybe it's going to be... that's an interesting one. Anyway. That's a good question. Is this already being added to Prowl? Interesting idea. We should check with that Prowl team.
If not, maybe we can create a issue with that because this
doing it in Prowl is probably the best way to do it, right? Actually.
Yeah, that will require like upstream changes to Prowl, like Kubernetes 6, right?
So we actually use a forked version of Prowl, but yes, it would if we wanted. It's usually main. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. GitHub Action is probably the easiest in the short term, or because disabling PRs. Okay, what we should do, I think, is okay. I've got an idea. We could make it so that the bot closes your PR if you edit anything other than the file to become a pull request person, like on the list. You know what I mean? And then your PR is your proposal to your request to become one. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe we'll look at that, but since because of time cons.
Yes, in regards to this though, like so that we can vote on it, like is what's our next step here, right? So I think the KC needs to vote on it,
Yeah,
I think.
KC need to vote, and regarding the ownership, I think it's already mentioned. So KC need to vote and create. For now, again, I have to discuss with Abhijit and even Andy. I'm not sure whether he's here or not regarding how we are going. We do have a template which is there in Abhijit's personal GitHub account. We can transfer that to Kubeflow, or we can start maybe something.
No, it's easier if you just pull request it in, right? And that's kind of where I was saying, like, the part that, I mean, it's fine. It's just like the full design is fine, I guess. But I want you guys to be able to change it if you decide things need to change. But the only thing that you shouldn't change is the owners, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll make sure I'll follow up with Andre and check if there's anything or other people if there's any worries about it. If we were to create it today, what would you do?
First of all, again, we'll discuss with all the mentors. I think there are 3 mentors for this GSOC project where they want to transfer or like maybe create a pull request. And then there are a lot of contributors which have asked us in the community or in DM, and I think GSOC period has also started. We'll ask them to put their phase-wise design or like proposals as part of issue, not as a pull request, as a part of issue. For example, they can say, "Hey, this is my proposed design. Can you take a look at it?" We can review and we can comment there. That's the idea for now.
Yeah, I think setting up the repo itself is probably the first step, right? Yeah, like
Yeah,
having GitHub Actions and an issue template maybe.
Yeah, that's why we're pushing this from last one.
Can you start like test like what, even if let's say it took us a day to get that repo, you might want to start creating an example version of it somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like with like either that GitHub action we talked about, or like, because I don't think it's gonna be possible to turn off pull requests. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll put it there.
Like just thinking of some other solution there is probably, if that's because as soon as we make the repo, that might start happening. So
that will happen. I'm assuming that will happen. Yeah, sure, makes sense.
yeah, and I don't know the best approach. I just kind of spitballing what I was saying before. If someone else on the call has a better idea or knows of a Prow plugin which does things, we really need to, I think, as I was saying, we need to work with Microsoft to fix GitHub a little bit here, because like we need to ask GitHub to provide a way to have only approved pull request people, which I know is that collaborators thing, but I don't want the friction of becoming a collaborator to be literally going to the ACL repo, you know, like, and becoming, you'd have to become a member otherwise to be able to be a to raise a pull request.
Yeah. I'm not sure, like you told Pro in Kubeflow, Pro handles all the permission. Generally, I was reading to other.
So Prow handles merging pull requests. The
Okay.
permissions are handled by a separate thing, which is like a GitOps based ACL system
Right,
under the
right.
internal ACL's repo. So like, I think the only sensible path is, and I think other projects are doing it as well, depends on the level, some things where it's like, people can spam issues as well though.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I've seen other projects, I know this is an extreme case for really extreme spam, but like put limits on the number of pull requests people can raise. But
One thing which I really like was like there are discussions happening in GSOP channel is that like only a single person at a time. They can raise they can assign themselves two issues and raise a 2 PR maximum. Like 2 issues, that means 2 PR. The moment you want to assign anything more than that, that will be blocked.
So OpenClaw, for example, does something similar, right? Where they block more than a certain number of pull requests. The issue with assigning is that anyone can assign themselves to any PR.
Right. That's
So, and also from a closing of the PR perspective, you need to have a thing that you can be checked at the moment the PR is raised, right? Right.
Yeah.
Something, and so going through all the open issues and looking for assigned issues seems really challenging to do. I think just having an approved pull request person, but then the question is, how do you actually do that, right? Like, what does that mean? I guess maybe it's not closing them. Maybe it's that it's just labeling them. You know what I mean?
Labeling also adds little bit of spam. Again, what I'm suggesting is very specific to this project, like the MCP server project. That right now for sure we know we don't want.
Will attract spam. Yes, it's going to attract spam. Yeah.
Plus, right now, at least for next 1 week or 1.5 week, we don't want any more contribution. We more want ideas. So that's why.
Okay, so I'll check with that. I think, okay, in the very, very short term, we might just be able to make, I don't know if the GitOps will automatically turn this setting off, but we might be able to turn off pull requests. Although people raising a pull request and then getting rejected by the bot might actually be a better flow, you know?
Can you check to any other repository where you have like admin access? If we can.
I'll open it. I'll do it later. But yeah, let's not do it on the recording. Okay. Anyway, got anything else people want to add on the recording? Before we stop the recording. Okay. Thanks everyone for coming.